Today we're shopping online. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Excuse my voice, it's been a half minute since I filmed my last video for you guys. I've been pretty ill these days and yeah, I'm recovering slowly, but my voice is not at its 100% yet, which is something that makes my husband quite happy. Anyway, hello and welcome. If you're new, welcome to this fashion and beauty and all things pretty space where I upload twice a week, one video in Spanish and another one in English. I hope you like my channel and to see you coming back very soon. Today's video is all about shopping online and I'll be sharing with you my best tips on how to become the best online shopper you could be. I consider myself a pretty good online shopper and don't get me wrong, though I really love and enjoy a good boutique shopping experience. I can go on and on for hours and hours. You heard that say, shop till you drop? That's me. Well, I find shopping online extremely convenient and practical when done correctly. And I know it can be quite overwhelming and intimidating with so many websites and online shops, but believe me, once you mastered these key aspects of online shopping, this is going to be the most rewarding experience. Just imagine everything you want, just one click away, right at your doorstep and ready to be worn. Doesn't get better than that, right? So if you want to know what my best tips and tricks to shop online are, then just keep on watching. So first things first, we're going to start with a little bit of homework. Yes, you must do this, especially if you're shopping on a budget, which is something that I always recommend. We need to start with some research and planning before actually going to our browser and start online shopping. Tip number one has to do with planning, and the first thing I do is to follow the niche of brands that I like on Instagram, because this way I can be aware of their new releases, product launches and everything that's happening with that particular brand. Try to keep this list consistent though, because if you just have many brands, it just gets really overwhelming. So it really helps out when it comes to prep and planify your shopping. Tip number two, set a budget. It's super important to know your limits and to know exactly how much you want to spend during your shopping experience. I find this is super key. You don't want to go overboard with your shopping, and it's just very easy to start adding up things in your cart and then, well, we just don't want regrets, okay? I've been there. No good idea. No good. We want to keep it responsible so we can really enjoy it. Tip number three would be to use a shopping alert application, and the one I really enjoy using is this shop tagger. It's really great. Let me know in the comments down below if you want me to do a tutorial on how to properly use this application, because you guys, it's just amazing. It completely changed my shopping game. It just made it easier, and especially if you're shopping in a budget, because it sends you alerts whenever those items that you previously saved into your favorites or special list go on sale, or there's any price changes. They even send you notifications if you wish about when the items are going to be back in stock or if they're low in stock, so you know how to do your shopping. You can plan it better. So using shopping alerts applications, they really help you out to save some money and just to get your hands on that specific item. My next tip is knowing exactly what you need. It's okay if you just want to splurge or if you just want to pamper yourself with something, but if you're really planning to update your wardrobe or just to do a seasonal shopping, I totally recommend to go through your current clothing pieces and see exactly what you need and what are the pieces that you're missing. Knowing exactly what you need in your wardrobe makes the whole process way easier. It just saves you a lot of time, effort, and why not money to know exactly what those pieces are. As well, it helps you out to use the features of those websites much better. Which takes me to my next tip. and it's using the website filters. Once you are in that website, especially if it's during sale time, I totally recommend to use those filters. Yes, I tend to go first for size and designer, as I try to avoid as much as I can emotional distress. I feel that there's nothing worse than to be completely excited about the sale time and know that those items that you really want are included in that sale and that suddenly your size is gone. I don't like it. If you're not sure about the brand, then you can just go ahead and use the style filter. If you're on a budget, try to go for pieces that are basic and versatile and that you can build many looks with, so you can get the most worn out of them. As well, choosing a piece that might update or refresh your wardrobe also will do. Think beforehand how you're going to wear this piece, what you're going to style it with, and if it can give you at least 3 different outfits, then it has to go into that basket. Use Pinterest and Google for inspiration. If you're not quite sure on how to wear a particular piece or a trend, it's very helpful to go through this Pinterest and Google and try to find inspiration, see how other people are styling those pieces, and try to incorporate that advice and make it your own by adding your personal touch. My next tip is vital and it's just gonna save you tons of effort and headaches. I love shopping online, but I don't like returning stuff at all. So I try to shrink that window of error as much as I can. And one of the ways of doing that is actually knowing your measurements. Yes, girl, I know that many of us can be quite reluctant to take that measuring tape and actually measure yourself, especially if you've been on a holiday eating a lot of your native food and you just gain tons of weight. Not me. By knowing your measurements, it's just going to be easier to figure out exactly which size you are in that particular item. There's just so many different sizes. You have US retailers, Australians, European sizes, so they just varied and differed in many different aspects. It's very important that you know exactly what your measurements are. So when in doubt, you go to this fit and size conversion chart, and it's just gonna be way easier for you to try to figure out exactly what your size is. When shopping online, especially when you're shopping for shoes, check the size and fit specifications. Sometimes some of them, they fit to a true American size or they fit to a true Italian size. So just bear that in mind, check that information, and this is going to be very helpful, especially if you're buying those narrowed pointed shoes. I recommend you to go half a size up so your feet will feel more comfortable and there will be a little bit more room in your shoes. There's nothing worse than a tight shoe or small shoe. That's pain. When finally choosing a size, make sure this one goes accordingly with all the size conversions. Let's say if you're shopping a US size 4, you have to make sure that it is your current French size. Let's say in my case 36. So just try to check that and make sure that they all fall into the same category, into the same number. And if you're not convinced, then go ahead and check the measurement dimensions. When choosing a piece, take into consideration your body shape and the cut of the fabric. I know it's quite difficult, especially when you're shopping online, to try to guess how this particular piece will fall or will fit you. But if you know which cuts suit your body and you're pretty knowledgeable about your body shape, this is just gonna be so easy to do. Play the video. It's very important to see how that garment flows and wears in a moving body. Most of the time, pictures have been altered in some kind of way to just make it look more appealing. So to actually have that feature of seeing a video of a girl wearing the same item that you want to purchase, it just makes it more realistic for me. It just gives you a better idea on how this might fit on you. Another tip I have for you, and many people they just skip this or don't take it into consideration, but it's really important. It's to read carefully the fabric composition and the care that that particular piece you're shopping for requires, especially if you're trying to pay for items like 100% cashmere or silk and you're just paying a lot of money for those items. Just make sure that you're getting what you're paying for. And as well, it's super important to know what kind of care that fabric, that material actually requires. I tell you this because we all have different lifestyles, so choose a piece that requires a care that you can provide. So this clothing item will last you the most and you can get the most wear out of it. Make sure to check the return and exchange policy from the website you're shopping from. And when the items arrive, don't remove any tags before trying them on. Make sure not to be wearing any makeup and be super careful with the pieces when trying them on for the first time, so you don't get them all stained in case you need to return them. You might face an issue or you might not be able to do so if you're missing any tags, or if the garments are dirty, or if they just got a little bit damaged. This tip, it's kind of like a warning, and it is to subscribe wisely to the newsletters of these websites. And I'm telling you, some brands will even bomb you with 3 to 5 emails a day just to try to push their products. So I know many people will say, oh, it's okay, relax, it's just my email address, it's not my phone number. But I mean, I use my email address for everything, and believe me, it gets overwhelming. And finally, my last tip is to use the wish list. And sometimes you're not sure what you need or what you feel like shopping for. So the best thing to do is to use the wish list, is to select all those items that you liked and that you think that would suit your style and will update and refresh your wardrobe. Saving those items in the wish list, it's a great way to taking a step back and try to think if you really need those items. And you can always come back to it when you have a better sense of what's exactly that you need and that you actually want to purchase. And you can always purchase them from there. And that's it for my video of my best tips and tricks to shop online. I hope you really enjoyed it and that has been helpful to you, and that you have a better idea now how to shop wisely and effectively. If it was, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and to subscribe to my channel. As well, don't forget to hit that bell so you get a notification every time I post a new video. Thank you for watching. Bye!